Tonight on It's the Law, we're talking about a situation out of DeKalb County where 3 police officers went into the wrong house and shot at a homeowner. The homeowner then fired back, injuring a police officer. A dog died. The situation's crazy. Our legal expert, Jay Davis, is here to talk more about this. Jay, as I said, this homeowner fired back at these police officers, probably thinking that, hey, somebody's trying to break into my house. Was his shootings justified?
Almost for sure they're justified. Now, if somebody has a legal right to be in your house, you're going to have to answer those charges. But your home is considered a sacred area. And if somebody enters your home without legal authorization, then you have the right to take legal deadly action against them. And that appears to be what happened here. Now, the caveat to that is if they mistakenly thought that the person didn't have a legal right and then they actually did. If the police officer actually did have a legal right to enter the home, that would be a different story. So kind of depends on how the stories are going to shake out here.
I think I was reading in some of the reports that said that they knew after the fact that they did actually go into the wrong house.
What they know after the fact sometimes gets adjusted. So we don't know how it's going to finally be, but if the true story is they had a warrant to go in, the right to go in a different house, and they came into this house totally unjustified, then the homeowner is going to be justified for whatever action he took. Now, it's still unclear to me whether or not they began shooting the dog and shooting at the owner before the owner began shooting back. The one officer actually shot another officer. That certainly should not ever be attributed to the homeowner. There are some cases where some suspect causes an action or causes a shootout where an officer shooting at another officer would be the responsibility of the suspect, but generally that's not the case. Certainly wouldn't be in a mistaken home identity as it is in this case right here.
And real quick, we always talk about how hard it is to sue a police officer. How hard do you think that would be in a situation like this?
It depends on what all winds up happening. I don't know how badly this guy may be injured. Obviously the dog is dead. The death of the dog and the disruption is probably not worth the entire expense of a lawsuit. You do have to give them early notice. You have to normally give a county, depending on what kind of agency it is, either 6 months or a year notice prior. Normally with a county it's a year. Got to make sure your statute of limitations times are running. It's not like other suits that you get against somebody else. Then you have to give them warning. Then you have to prepare the suit. You have to have the suit filed timely. And it's a very expensive process, so sometimes it may be a group of people who band together and say we've all been the victim of the same type of thing, and that may make the suit worth it.
All right, Jay, thanks so much. And as always, we want to hear from you. If you have any legal questions, you can email us at itsthelaw@41nbc.com. We'll do our best to answer it on our It's the Law segments each Wednesday right here on the news at 6.